test, the impossible takes 10 minutes longer. Frank, tell us more about your...
Thank you for the introduction. I'm a home performance contractor. Generally, let's go back over here. The challenge is, when you say home performance contractor, you're like, what is that? Sounds really good. Everybody understands heating contractor, makes heat. And insulation contractor, they do insulation. Well, what's a performance contractor? Well, in short, we take those trades and bundle certain things together to look at the house holistically. One of the challenges you get is that the heating contractor calls and, well, my house is cold. Go in the basement, go in front of the furnace and say, I give you more furnace. Okay, well, is that why the house is cold? Because you don't have enough furnace? Or is there heat falling out somewhere? Well, the problem is, the heating guys don't look at the furnace. They call the insulation guy, he's going to look at the insulation, call the window guy, and guess what he's going to sell? Windows. It just seems to be the nature of it. Well, each one, though, doesn't look at the other trades because that's not what they do. We look at things holistically. So part of what we do is actually go and do a whole home assessment. Now, when part of that assessment is we actually will test the windows, see if they leak. We'll check the insulation levels, we'll test the furnace, we'll check the carbon monoxide leaks, we'll check for gas leaks, we'll check for health and safety issues. All these things, then we give a report to people and say, here's what's going on in the house. You could buy more furnace, but you save more energy by insulating the house if heat stays in instead of this more productively going outside. The same thing where people can say, oh, windows! The windows don't really leak. The hole in the wall they sit in leaks, but the window is fine. Okay, you really should insulate. Oh, windows! Okay, well, I can't. I'm not there to beat them with a rubber hose and not buy windows. But our purpose is to guide them. Now, that being said, we are a full service provider of heating, cooling, insulation, and we do some windows. If it's a lot of windows, we'll actually sub those out. You guys will do more windows. The topic today, though, is how to choose a contractor. Everybody knows at some point they need something. My furnace doesn't work. Well, you need a furnace. Okay, what do you need? Well, my roof leaks. You need a roof. I assume so. Well, the problem is, unless we're actually skilled enough to do those things ourselves, what we need is a contractor. Well, generally there's a problem with that, and it simply gets into Buffalo and 3 major sports. Anybody know what those 3 major sports are?
I think I do.
Go first.
I think they're football, hockey, and negotiating.
Shopping. This is very simple. Buffalonians, I think that's the term we talk about here, love to look for a deal. They will drive to the ends of the earth to find a deal. Mike, there. How many people come in looking for a car and have already stopped at 3 out of 4 dealers?
I'm hoping that has happened because I think the last guy you talked to.
But it's very common that people are
Can't turn
in
it
Buffalo very much constant shoppers. And what happens is we often get the phrase, there's no money in Buffalo. Well, I hate to tell you, Lance, do you cut grass?
Yeah,
Is it cheaper to hire you or buy a lawnmower?
probably cheaper to buy a lawnmower, but time-wise,
Well,
probably
yeah,
cheaper.
there's, again, you can sell value on it. But poor people cut their own grass or buy a goat. Really, that's what it boils down to. There's money in Buffalo. People, though, have gotten to the point that they're conditioned that we should find a deal because our money is worth more than any place else in the state, so we're going to shop. Then the challenge gets into is, what is your criteria? Well, the hard part with contractors is this. Really, when you're calling around and asking for good estimates, what you're asking for is interviews. What should you be looking for when you're interviewing these contractors? If your only criteria is price, fine, but you get what you pay for. And everybody says that, but what happens is simply this. When you're interviewing a contractor, ask them intelligent questions. Tell me about your company. Do you have employees? Do you have insurance? Do your employees have insurance on them? Or do you just pay guys by the hour and decide what we got, nothing happens to them? Do you have a warranty? Or do you have a taillight warranty? Down the road you go, and as soon as you don't see my taillights, I'll never come back, no matter what. Do you guys actually test your equipment? Do you guys have meters? Do you have a manometer? Do you have a combustion analyzer? Do you have a gas sniffer? Do you have ways to confirm that what you installed was actually installed properly? If you have to spell an hour to them, chances are they don't have one. Now, you don't have to know what these things are. The problem gets into is, other than Tom, I know Tom this is. Anybody know what this is?
Control board?
Yeah, it's a fan center. It's actually, this one here is actually a fan center and hot and ignition control board. But other than Tom, because he has lots of questions, I don't really know how to find out this thing's bad. Call you. Doesn't smell bad. Doesn't taste bad.
Poke around with the heater maybe?
It doesn't sound bad. So how do you know you need a new furnace or just new floor? Well, this is why you have to actually interview contractors, because if you get a contractor comes in, you got 5-volt furnace, oh yeah, it's shot, you got it in the furnace. But you got a bad board. Which would you rather have? A $90 part plus labor plus the guy's markup because you got to carry this board around for 6 months so you got to your house. Or would you rather spend $3 grand on a brand new shiny furnace, which only need a $300 repair? The reality is, most people here don't know how to do that. That's why we're trusting contractors. You have to trust these people when you go to your house. This is why you're allowed to ask questions. This is why we're actually encouraged to interview. If you're dealing with contractors, if you're dealing with contractors and you're having a hard time communicating with them, explaining, you say it's broken. Well, explain that to me. Well, it's just broken. It stood in front of it, banged rocks together, and made there's no fire. So it must be broken. You got to change it. If you're not getting answers, probably not the guy for you. If you're talking to the guy who says, okay, well, tell me about your business. Well, I'm only available on Saturdays, so I work at Delphi. If I can do that on Saturday, I'll give you a heck of a deal. But they're not really a professional contractor. Mr. Homeowner. Mr. Homeowner. I like to put first where you got to pull your permits. Why is that? Well, that's just the way I do things. The reality is, do they have liability insurance? Are they actually registered with the town to pull permits? If you, the homeowner, and really the law requires that ultimately the homeowner is responsible for permits for work done at their home. If you pull permits as a homeowner, you're telling the town that you are the contractor of record. Well, if this person doesn't have liability insurance, doesn't have workers' comp on their employees, something bad happens on the job, I as a homeowner now own all that liability. There's a rider on your liability insurance for that type of thing, but do you really want that? It's not unreasonable to ask somebody, are you insured? Can you provide me a current certificate of insurance? Every contractor should be able to go back to Jim Wright, Jim Wright's your agent, and say, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner wants a certificate. Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner wants to be listed as a certificate holder because I'm doing a job. Not unreasonable. Just because it says in the truck, licensed and insured, you'd like to know if they're licensed and insured in your town. City of Buffalo requires licenses. City of Niagara Falls requires licenses. Cheektowaga does not. Amherst does not. Unless you be a plumber, in which case then you have to be licensed to be a plumber in 11 different districts around here. So I may be licensed in Cheektowaga as a plumber. Doesn't mean licensed in Buffalo, does not mean licensed in Amherst. So licensed and insured is kind of a broad ticket because it can mean so many different things and be technically true, but not true if you are. So when talking to contractors, don't let price be your defining moment. Ask them what makes them special. If you're putting in a boiler, you don't have to understand boiler. That's what you're paying them for. But can they explain, hey, I've talked to 3 other guys, you're another $1,000 more. What are you doing different? What makes you special? Well, I put in this special vent that scrubs dirt and lets out air. It's a $300 part. Oh, those other guys are going to give me this other part. It's a $100 part. I put valves in. Other guys will put valves in. Little things like that, if the contractor's willing to explain, makes a big difference as to understanding what you're buying. Also, you now have a chance in the interview process to know that if they're willing to communicate the little things, when you have bigger issues and bigger concerns, they will show the willingness to talk. One of the things we do as home force contractors is that we start that process early. By doing the testing, by doing the audit review, by giving you a report, we're already explaining what's going on with the whole house. We would like to have your business. We would love to be able to come in and insulate your house, put in heating, cooling equipment, make other recommendations, make sure you have no gas leaks, make sure you don't wake up dead. That's always good for business. But at the end, regardless of who you choose for your contractor, buying a relationship. You're not buying a product. I can give you a box full of parts. I can give you a Goodman, I can give you a Carrier, and those manufacturers still buy Casco and Deucers from one manufacturer. You don't have to understand what's in the box. You don't actually have to get hung up on whether the brand name or label is what you want to see. You really need to know is that is the contractor you're buying this relationship with going to be there to support it, take care of it, and back it after the deal is done. You want, Brad, you don't want a piece of crap for equipment in the guy's in your basement for the next 6 months. I'm a kidding guy, I like well enough, I don't want to live in anybody's basement. You don't want me there either. 90% of problems, though, are usually caused by poor installation. So, is this relationship worth saving $100, $500? Is buying cheap worth buying aggravation? Choose your contractor.